In football, there are two types of players, those who follow the flow and those who control it. The war between Isagi and Kaiser is reaching a boiling point, but this time it's bigger than just them. Bayern Munich vs Ubers is about to begin, and the stocks sky high, a defense that no one has cracked, a rival obsessed with proving his worth, and the new master on the field, Don Lorenzo, the genius defender with the price tag mentality. Can Isagi break through the iron wall standing in his way? Or will Kaiser reclaim his throne? This is more than just a match. It's a battle from dominance. Stay tuned, because things are about to get insane. The battle between Bayern Munich and Man City has ended, but the true clash has just begun. Isagi and Yukimiya share a tense moment, both apologizing for their past words. Yukimiya had said some brutal things before, but ironically, it was those very words that awakened Isagi, helping him crush Kaiser. But how did Isagi pull it off? How did visualize the perfect attack? Why didn't he take the shot himself? Isagi reveals his secret plan. If Kaiser hadn't been there, he would have scored. But knowing how to manipulate the situation, he used Yukimiya as a weapon to take Kaiser down. Then, as if sensing the weight of Isagi's victory, Nest Shemshen, throwing shade. Don't get cocky about beating Kaiser. You just run away from him. But before Nest can go any further, Kaiser himself steps in. And for the first time, the Emperor acknowledges Isagi's win. He doesn't deny it. He lost. But now, Kaiser sets the stage for a new challenge. Next time, we'll see who scores more without relying on Noah. And with that, Isagi collapsed from exhaustion. Isagi wakes up in Noah's room. He was out cold for 10 hours. Noah intrigued ask him about his next move. Isagi fired up, declare, I have already beaten Kaiser once, but this time I will do it as a striker. He recounts his evolution, his ability to read entire field with metavision, crossing the selfishness of individual players to lower their overall level. Noah listen, then drops a shocking statement. You think like Ego, he was once my rival. Isagi is stunned, but the surprise aren't over yet. Noah updates him on the Blue Lock ranking, and the numbers are insane. 6th place, Rusishido, 40 million. 5th place, Kunigami, with 47 million. 4th place, Isagi, 50 million. The 3rd place goes to Bashira, 66 million. The 2nd place, Negi, 80 million. And about the 1st place has Joe, the absolute master, Barrow, with a jaw dropping 100 million. And next up, Bayern Munich vs Ubers. Isagi is hyped to take them down in a press interview. Isagi shocks reporters with his mix of humble, honestly, and ruthless ambition. His team watcher realizing he's becoming a star. Meanwhile, Yukimiya is called to Ego's office. Ego drops a bombshell. Why did you hide your illness from me? Yukimiya admits he didn't want anyone petty, but Ego, in classic fashion, smirks. Don't worry, I don't care about your personal struggles. But we did send your medical record to the club that offered you a Kentra. And guess what? They accepted him. Not only that, they're willing to pay for his treatment. But Yukimiya hesitates. He still has something left to prove. I'm done waiting for opportunities. I will create myself. Meanwhile, we dive into Yuri's past, a boy born into a sport-obsessed family. His parents never truly loved him, only his talents. Trapped in their expectation, he played football without passion until he met Carazo. Carazo taught through him immediately. You're talented, but you don't love football. Yuri was shaken, and that's when he got his Blue Lock invitation. He didn't join to prove anything to his parents. He joined to escape, back to prison. Kaiser is analyzing Isagi's movements. His obsession is growing. I have crushed countless players before. I thought Isagi would be the same, but it exceeded my expectations. Kaiser's initial goal was simple: dominate Blue Lock, get a Contra, and escape Bayern Munich. After all, he could never be the best with Noah around, but now he's completely fixated on Isagi. Even Ness is getting annoyed. Meanwhile, Isagi is grinding harder than ever, testing his metavision to push his body to its limits. But there's still one missing piece to Ground's 100% victory. Then, out of nowhere, Igaguri, of all people, gives him an idea. His ridiculous frapping antics inspire a new strategy. Isagi rushes to Kinigami to test it out. The starting lineup is revealed, and there is a surprise addition. Raichi. His defensive skills are key against Uber's rock-solid formation. Noah lays down the challenge. Whoever dismantles Uber's defense, Isagi or Kaiser, will be this team king. And just like that, the war began. The game starts. Kaiser and Ness begin their intricate passing game, but Uber's ironclad defense shut them down. Then, out of nowhere, Kaiser found an opening. He dodged. Nico set up for the shot, but then a shadow appears. Don Lorenzo, the master's defender, one of the world's top rising stars, stealing the ball from Kaiser effortlessly. Kaiser left stunned. This guy's are a total freak. His movements are bizarre and predictable. Even Kunigami and Richie can't stop him. He realized that the real danger of Uber wasn't Lorenzo, but rather their defensive strategy. Lorenzo positioned himself as the last line of the defense, allowing him to move freely between defense and attack. Whenever he saw the ball, he had switched with Nico, creating a deadly counter-attack with all their players surrounding the ball. Gagamaru didn't grasp their situation until Lorenzo was already in the penalty area. He tricked the defender with a fake shot, then sent a first-time pass to Barrow, who had slipped past the defenders. But Isagi anticipated this, cutting off the pass, his body now keeping up with his mind, more than in the previous match. His speed, jumping, and ball control had improved, and now he had to lead the counter-attack himself. Racing forward with the ball, Corona ran alongside him, but Yukimiya tried to steal the ball. As usual, Isagi took advantage of this situation, using Yukimiya's momentum to bypass the defender. Yukimiya was shocked by Isagi's rapid growth. He had already reached the final third of the field. Kaiser was nearby, but Lorenzo was closely marking him. This meant Aiko and Nico only had to focus on stopping Isagi and Corona. Isagi managed to break through them, and Corona set a perfectly timed lofted pass over everyone. With Lorenzo blocking Kaiser, there was no one left to stop Isagi's shot, except for Ness, who covered his dominant right foot. But Isagi shocked him with a left-footed direct shot, scoring his first goal in the league. Ness was in disbelief. Did Isagi master his left-footed shot in just a few days? Flashback to 5 days earlier. After discovering his new theory thanks to Igarashi, Isagi sought out Kunigami for helping, developing his weaker foot. Since he had struggled to score in the previous match, he wanted to train with Kunigami. Kunigami, however, warned him, "If you train with me, you will kill your own talents." Kunigami had been forced to develop both feet in the wild card program, with his natural physical strength gave him an edge. If Isagi simply tried to copy him, it could backfire. Isagi was stunned by the warning, starting training that could potentially damage his own body. Just then, Chiguru appeared. He had been looking for Kinigami. Isagi asked why he was at German Stritum, and Chiguru replied that he wanted to talk to Kinigami, since they hadn't spoken during or after the match. However, Kunigami seemed unwilling to talk to anyone. Chiguru confronted him. "I have to admit, your personality and playstyle have changed. So now, I will consider you as a rival. You should do the same." Then, Bachura arrived, completing the reunion. He had come to see Kunigami and Isagi, amazed by their performance in the last match. Even Chiguru's insane goal. Since each of them wanted to test their progress, Chiguru suggests a 2v2 match. That match led Isagi to a breakthrough, helping him develop his left-footed direct shot. Back to the present. Lorenzo approached Isagi, acknowledging his skill, but warned him, "Don't get too happy. We're coming back." As the match resumed, Isagi noticed Uber's playing style had changed. This was because of Snuffy, who had a massive arsenal of tactics tailored to each player's abilities. They were prepared for any situations. Even though Isagi stole the ball from Baro, using his meta vision, Abro immediately applied high pressure, giving him no time to pass. Nico snatched the ball away. The strategy was clear. Start with a slow build ball, but the moment they lost position, apply high pressing to trigger and deadly counter-attack. They play as if they were a single entity. However, Snuffy didn't build this cohesion overnight. Previously, he had admired Barrow and told him, "If you join me, you will become the king of the team and rule Egoist League." But Barrow refused. He didn't care about leading a team. He only played for himself. Even IQ failed to convince him. Then, Lorenzo stepped in. He told Barrow, "Snuffy's a leader you can trust. He wins wherever he goes. He's concrete to top 5 legs in the world. He used it to play alongside his best friend, chasing their dream, but his friend passed away. Now, Snuffy wants to win the Italian league and retire. He's looking for a striker to inherit his throne and lead Uber." Barrow still refused. Lorenzo then revealed his own past. "I was abandoned by my parents and lived on the street. I survived by scavenging garbage. Then, Snuffy found me and asked me to work with him. At first, I only agreed because he provided financial support, but I realized that Snuffy is someone who can secure a bright future for any player." Hearing this, Barrow changed his mind. He accepted Snuffy's offer, not to be Sixers, but to surpass him and become the king of football. Thus, their contract was settled. Snuffy told Barrow, "This team will play for you as the striker. I will teach you the tactics you need to become a little finisher." And Snuffy method worked. Uber's players reached the penalty area, confusing Gagamaro, who lost track of the ball's position. From his blind spot, Barrow unleashed a killer shot, leaving Gagamaro frozen in place. Isagi was stunned by Uber's synchronization, especially their ability to execute players and perfect timing. Ubers wasn't just a team. They were army built on countless attack and defense strategies. But what really shocked Isagi was Barrow's goal. Uber had deliberately distracted Kagamaru from the true shooter. This meant Barrow no longer shot at will. He waited for the perfect moment, where the keeper vision was obstructed. That was Barrow's new weapon, using his mirror vision to find the ideal timing and angle for a shot. The game resumed, with Kaiser and Ness exchanging passes. But Lorenzo intercepts. Kaiser quickly passed to Ness, then rushed forward to receive the lob return pass. However, before Kaiser could reach it, Ario leapt into the air, clearing the ball with a majestic header. The ball landed at Lorenzo's feet. If he controlled it, Uber would have deadly counter-attack. But Isagi stole it from him. At that moment, he finally understood Noah's word. The key to winning this match was dominating one-on-one duels. Even with metavisions, he couldn't stop Uber as a team. But in individual battles, he could turn the tide. What he didn't expect was that someone else in Uber could see the same thing. Nico. Nico langed at him with insane intensity. He, too, had meta vision. Isagi asked him about it. Nico replied, "I just followed the ball, watched your movement, and reacted accordingly. When I saw you in a dangerous position, I rushed in, even if I meant breaking our strategy." Isagi realized something. Nico was using meta vision intentionally. Rishi was pissed at Isagi for losing the ball, but didn't blame him because he couldn't see what Isagi saw. Even Corona and Yukimiya didn't understand what had just happened to them. Isagi just stole the ball as usual. That's when Isagi fully grasped the rarity of metavision. The only players who had it were Kaiser, Nico, and himself. And maybe even Lorenzo, though he wasn't sure yet. But Baro's vision, it was totally different. He wasn't analyzing or strategizing. He was locked in one the goal, aiming for a direct confrontation with the keeper. Meanwhile, Isagi was drowning in calculation, breaking down every detail, until Richie's loud deal snapped him out of it. The game back on. Richie shot. Across the field, Kaiser was gearing for a stage raid. Lorenzo was in his way again. And not just that, he was stronger this time, harder to shake off. But, unlikely Kaiser, Isagi was thriving in this chaos. He was adapting. That's when Ness ran up to Kaiser. What's the plan? At this rate, that trust Isagi is gonna score. Kaiser didn't even flinch. Just do what we practiced, he said. I will handle the rest. Green thumped past the ball to Ness, preparing to push forward. But, out of nowhere, Kinigami stalled. Boom! Instant chaos. Kinigami surged forward, dribbling past one defender. But Isagi knew Kinigami wasn't getting through them alone. He would lose the ball any second now. And that's when Isagi would strike. But Nico saw it too. He had the same vision. Kinigami tricked the defenders into thinking he would choose, but the ball got away from him. Right then, Borisagi and Nico dove in at the same time. Borisagi got the edge. Why? Richie cut off Nico, giving Isagi just enough of an opening. As he snatched the ball, Isagi smirked. Still too shallow? Huh? He taunted. Nico had been too focused on what was right in front of him. He didn't see Racy closing in from behind. If he had just turned his head, he could have won the duel. Isagi didn't waste time. He passed to Kurona, who sent it right back, one-on-one with keeper. But then Aiku, he read the play and shut down the shooting angle completely. Even Aiku had evolved, no choice. If Isagi wanted to score, he would have to use his left foot. But Aiku knew that too. He pressed harder, because he'd seen Isagi's left-footed shot. Still wasn't perfect. He needs space. That's when Yukimiya called out. He was wide open. Isagi made the call. He swallowed his ego, because passing was the smartest move. But just as he did, Lorenzo appeared out of nowhere. And now, he was about to take the ball. Wait, what did I say before? Lorenzo had been all over Kaiser this whole match. Which means Kaiser was finally free. He had read everyone. He knew exactly where to be. He leaned up the shot, but seemed to charge it in. Kaiser flicked the ball up, buying just enough time for Aiku to cover and block. Then Aryu slammed into Kaiser, flipping him midair. But Kaiser still hit it. A midair volleyball hit the ground and bounced straight into the net. Silence. Then Ness lost it. Did you see that? He screamed. That's Kaiser powered, you losers. He ran around, hyping up the moment. But Kaiser, he was pissed. Cut it out, he snapped. Because to him, this was scraps. He was only scored because Isagi took control. The defenders were drawn to Isagi. Lorenzo left Kaiser alone, and that gave him the opening. Kaiser had it, but there was nothing he could do, because this is the match. It was just about skill. It was about who scored more. And right now, Isagi and Kaiser were tied. Whoever scored next wins. The game restarts. Ubers has switched up their lineup. With Snuffy in the field, they were more organized than ever. But Isagi locked in. He had to find an opening. He saw the key pass.